Hi, I'm Steve, and I'm your host here at Ski Talk. I'm also the ski buyer and CEO for skis.com, and joining us today is Ray Skelton. Ray's our local Dalbello rep.
Hey, Steve.
How you doing?
Going?
Good. So we're going to talk about the Dalbello Mantis boot. This is a women's all-mountain boot. I've got the 75 in my hand, and you've got the 85 in your hand.
Right.
So let's first talk about the shell. So this has got this C4 shell on it. What does this C4 shell do? What does it mean?
C4 is called C4 Fit, and what it is when you've bought boots over the in the past, a lot of people have 4 key spots that might need to be custom fit. The ankle bone, the navicular bone, that 6th toe, that wide area out here, and the heel or calcaneus. And rather than having to have these ground and punched and yada yada yada, what we did is we shaped the shell in these 4 key spots, and we call it Comfort 4 or C4 Fit.
Yeah, my wife has that 6th toe where she always has foot pain right about here.
Right.
So this boot's just a little bigger in that spot and as well as the other 3 spots. So also talk about the shell on this in terms of the different materials you use to give it an extra comfortable fit.
The Mantis boot is one of the unique things. It's a tri-injected shell, but in layman's terms, what it is the lower part of the shell is really stiff for performance to drive your ski. The center part is very resilient and a lot of rebounding power. But then, probably most important for all of us is getting in the boot and getting out of a boot. It has soft entry material right here, so the boot pries open and lets your foot get into it easy and get out of it at the end of the day when it's cold.
So the last or width on this boot is a 99.
Right.
So that's a little on the narrower for women.
This is a real performance boot, Steve. These are built for women who are out there ripping up on the hill and looking for high performance.
Somebody wants
fits.
that tight fit.
Right.
There's a nice little feature on here. There's a little ladder here that sticks up, I noticed, which is on both. That helps keep the buckle just kind of away, to keep the boot open.
Yeah, what it does is, when we put that soft entry material on, it's great to say you have soft entry material, but if it doesn't allow the boot to open, then it's still going to be a tough entry. This flipping up buckle allows you to get in and out easy, again, as we were talking about earlier.
All right, so those are the features that's available on both models. Now, what does the 85 have? Now, 85 obviously is a little stiffer boot,
right?
So a little more performance oriented, but what else do you get on the 85 that you don't get on the 75?
With the 85, you have the higher performance polyether shell, so that high rebound shell. You have a fleece liner with our True Fit heat moldable liner, or the liner that shapes and fits your foot over time.
So you don't get that liner in this one.
Right. And then you also have shaft alignment, so we can adjust the shaft for canting or for alignment to your leg.
Yeah, and I also think these are really good looking boots, particularly that one. They have sort of a translucent shell. I don't know if you can see that at home. This one just kind of has a white liner on the inside, but that one's got a whole graphic design on it, which you can kind of see through the shell.
Oh yeah.
Which I think makes it look a little better in the bar and maybe the lift line.
Well, that's been one of the cool things is with some of these new shell materials, by using the polyether shell, we can do cool things with the liners and show some more depth in the boot.
So describe for me the ideal customer for the 75 model.
The 75 is for the woman who, if you're the lady that wants performance and you're looking to buy maybe on a little bit better budget, it's a lower price boot, but you're not going to buy just a beginner intermediate type boot that you're going to outperform in a year.
All the important performance features.
Yeah, all the
here.
performance and the guts are in the chassis of this boot, and it's going to work for you as become a better skier.
Now the 85, who's the customer for that?
The 85, you want all the custom things. You want the custom liner, you want custom adjustment, you want the best buckles, the best liner. So you're buying like a higher end decked out car. Okay. You're getting all the cool stuff.
It's just the options that you get, the extra options you get on the car.
Right.
All right, so there you have it. That's the Dalbello Mantis 75 and 85.
Oh, Steve, the one other thing is you're going to find in Skiing Magazine this fall, the Mantis is an award-winning boot.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. This is one of the best skiing boots. There's one thing that we'll talk about on Mantis, and we're going to talk about it in the men's line, is our centered, balanced rocker stance. You know how a lot of your new skis are now rockered. And with new skis, what you want are boots that are more upright and more balanced side to side or left to right. And all Dalbello high-end boots are built with this centered, balanced stance.
Okay. All right, so there you have it. That's the Dalbello Mantis 75 and 85. Thanks for joining us on Ski Talk.